And now, Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda commences tonight's satsang with a Sanskrit peace chant.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We begin with Mystic Song by Sri Swami Lalitananda, played and sung by Sri Swami Umananda and Rajneesh.
Our song tonight is called Beloved Guru. My heart comes to you with this song. I place a garland of roses on your neck. I touch your holy feet. Pujyatman, Pujyatman, beloved of all, indescribable, that's what you are, indivisible, that's what you are, immutable, that's what you are. Great Guru, you are stronger than the wind in monsoon. You are deeper than the deep, deep ocean. You are sweeter than all flowers put together. Like Lord Rama, you abide in every heart. The thrill of the world is gone. Like the autumn leaves, I no longer worship spring in the cold, cold winter time. Why didn't I know you before? Why didn't I know you before? You were everywhere, but I could not see you. You are Jyoti, You sang with the birds in the early morning. You swam with the fish in the blue, blue seas. You played with the clouds in open skies. You were my wonderful dreams in black night. Why didn't I know you before? Why didn't I know you before? My prayer to you, great groom, let me see you always in the light of God. Let me hear you always without a shadow of a doubt. Let me know you always as the love of You are Jyotir, full of light. You're a Maya, blissful self. You're Ananda, joy beyond. I touch your holy feet. Beloved of all, beloved of all, beyond compare. We are recording from the ashram of our revered Guru, Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda in Miami, Florida. Today is June the 20th, 2021, Sunday evening, and tonight Swamiji will be lecturing on the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is series 2018, class number 125. And now Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda.
Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum. Om. Adorations, Lord Krishna, the preceptor of the universe, destroyer of the forces of darkness, and bestower of immortality. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, that's 14th chapter of the Gita. The yoga of division of the three gunas, modes of nature. This is the most profound topic to understand the state of enlightenment and how to attain enlightenment. Enlightened person is called Tirgunatita, he who has gone beyond the three gunas. What does it look like? How does it mean? Firstly, you must understand the role, how the gunas change your character. When sattva predominates, what happens? When rajas does, or tamas. Sixteenth verse. Karmana shukritasyahu satvikam nirmalam phalam rajasastu phalam dukham ajnanam tamasah phalam. The wise say that the fruit of virtuous karmas is sattvic and taintless. The fruit of rajas is pain, while the fruit of tamas is ignorance. Sattvic karmas, good karmas, virtuous karmas, righteous deeds. And that we have to figure out. What does it mean, Rajas? Be good, do good is the basic teaching. Good karma is that which makes you feel good. If you really feel good, you will do good karmas. Feeling good means to possess nirmal man. So sattvic karmas promote nirmal man. Nirmal means mind that is free of impurities, not dominated by anger, hate, greed. These sentiments will come and go, but they become more and more like little waves. A tree continues to be shaken. Being shaken is nothing wrong, but it should not become rooted out. Always understand sthiti and avastha. If you are rooted in sattva, rajas and tamas will continue, but you will not be shaken. You will not be rooted out. Shaken, yes, slightly. If you are not shaken, that means something wrong. You are extremely tamasic, kumbhakarna, and will require bigger awakening. Sattvic karmas promote nirmal mind. Nirmal and normal. Try to figure that out. Normal. No mala. So that's the normal mind for your soul when it is ready to commune with God. Then your mind becomes normal. Nirmal. This form of mind is another Sanskrit word is given, Uchakoti. Uchakoti, Madhyam Koti, and Nikrishta Koti or Adham Koti. Uchakoti's mind is dominated by sattva. Madhyam Koti, rajas. And Adham Koti is tamas. Sattvic people are very few to find. Rajasic people, they abound in the world. Tamasikas, they are terroristic people. The majority remains inclined to states, Rajasic state. So Sattvic, since Sattva dominates, your karmas are Sukrita, good karmas. And the fruit of these good karmas, Nirmal. The mind becomes free of being dominated by anger, hate, greed, lust, uncontrolled passion, and so forth. Rajasastu phalam dukkham. Rajasic karmas, when Rajas dominates, you become inclined to negative karmas, negative and positive blended. And therefore, the result is increasing bondage of karma, leading to the more you stay in the world process, the more you suffer from the miseries of the world. So the phala of the fruit of rajas is pain. And Rajasikas always repeat the formula, no pain, no gain. For every gain, you have to go through pain. With sattvic karma, there is room for detachment. You do your karma, you see how the karma results, how situations change, and you remain like a witness. But when rajas operates, you can't detach. It's gluey. You get tainted. And gunas are always also mixed up. When we say sattva dominates, means rajas and tamas are there, but they will not overpower your mind. When rajas dominates, sattva is also there, but sattva is very little. Little sattva is more painful than you can imagine. And tamas dominates, sattva and rajas are there, but in very small measure. Tamasic karmas promote murder, theft, robbery, and similar sinful karmas. Sattva predominates simple karmas. Rajas creates complex karmas. Tamas, sinful karmas. Leading to intensification of ignorance, ajnan, Ajnanam tamasah phalam. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam. Rajaso lobha evacha. Pramada mohau tamaso. Bhavato ajnana mevacha. From sattva proceeds knowledge, jnanam. From rajas, greed. And from tamas, heedlessness, called pramad. Delusion, called moha. And ignorance, ajnan. Tamas promotes these three things: pramad, heedlessness. You never attend to the moment that you have moment of opportunity. It slips by. Do it now is a profound spiritual formula. Aaj kare so kaal kare so aaj kar. What you are intending to do tomorrow, do it today. What you are intending to do it today, do it now. This Kabira's song. Kaal kare so aaj kar. What you want to do tomorrow, do it today. Aaj kare so ab. What you are intending to do today, do it right now. Pal mein parlay hoegi. Within a moment, things go completely in turmoil. Monsoon, hurricane, or whatsoever. Bahuri karoge kab? If that happens, when can you do what you intended to do? So do it now. From sattva proceeds knowledge. From rajas, greed. And rajas creates mental distraction. So you lose one-pointed movement. And when you lose one-pointed movement, you face lots of problems. As I always give the illustration of someone trying to dig for water in a desert land. In any spot, underlying there is a stream of water. But you have to have patience to go on digging. If you dig 2 feet here, 2.5 feet another place, 3 feet another place. If you had done it all in 7 or 8 feet, you would have found water, just in one place. Rajas creates greed. So each, you dug a little and you found a little water, along with, mixed up with sand. And you smelt it, applied on your face. You felt very good about it. But now you want to feel better. So you are digging in another place, digging in another place. I'm illustrating greed. There's a need for greed when rajas dominates your mind. Rajasic greed is of negative nature. You may have sattvic greed. You did japa and found your mind is calm. Be a little more greedy. Be calmer. You go to satsanga, you feel inspired. Be greedy. You have received some inspiration and you feel so good about it. Greedy, be greedy. Go after the intuition. So, that greed is divine. But move away from these 3 points. Pramad, procrastination or heedlessness. Moha, deluded vision. And ajnan, ignorance. Ajnan, not to keep your mind away from great teachings that await you. There are great scriptures, Gita, Upanishads, Yoga Vasishtha, Brahma Sutras, and all great. In all religions there are great scriptures giving profound teachings. So do not stay in ignorance. Take recourse to satsanga and practice listening, reflection, meditation. And of course, bring about practice of integral yoga in your daily life. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, raja yoga, jnana yoga, all yogas. These are like musical notes, and your whole life must flow with melody. Otherwise, you are going to be caught by melody. Viveka and Vairagya, they promote sattva. For sublimating moha, allow your mind to be subjected to satsanga. In satsanga situation, you listen. Listening to the teaching awakens the practice of vivek. Seeing the separation of self from not self. You are the self, separate from your body, mind, intellect, ego. That vision is promoted by viveka. And vairagya, not to stay deluded, trapped by attachments, ragadvesha. And vairagya and viveka, they supplement, complement each other. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasa jaghanya gunya vrittis sya adho gachanti tamasa. Those who are established in sattva go upwards. The rajasic dwell in the middle, and the tamasikas, engrossed in the functions of the lowest guna, go downwards. This allegorical statement. Upward doesn't mean that you are more sattva, then you will be lifted up beyond the earth planet somewhere, Mars or beyond. And if you are doing more sattva in the Milky Way, more sattva, you go further up. That's not the real meaning of going upward. If there is sattva, more sattva, you will follow the path of Uttarayana. Agnir Jyotiah Shukla. You develop increasing vairagya, increasing viveka, increasing integral practice of yoga. Your heart will begin to develop increasing purity, and your consciousness will continue to expand. Also remember, when sattva abounds, that state is called sattvapatti. Remember the 7 steps of wisdom. Sattva movement begins to open up the 7 steps. Shubhecha, aspiration for God realization. Vicharana, opening up the window to inquiry. Who am I? What is this all about? How am I different from the body, mind, intellect? Tanumanasi, you begin to see the mind being stripped of malas. Malas are short-circuited energy of your mind. How you begin to correct the short circuit. As if it is corrected, instead of worrying, you practice your self-effort with a positive mind. Instead of impatience, you develop endurance, patience. And profound positivity. So coming back to 7 steps, Shubhecha, Vicharana, Tanumanasi, Sattvapatti. Now sattva becomes so dominating that your vision will not be deluded anymore. You will be shaken, but your sthiti, shaking process, is called avastha. Avastha is perfectly normal. But no matter how you are shaken in the external world, led by karmas, you have profound root in the understanding. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect. Nothing exists. Nothing belongs to me. I am Satchidananda. I am existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. So that type of strength-laden vision now becomes permanent in your heart. When that has happened, you have attained Jivan Mukti. And you are called Sthita Prajna. And also you are termed Triguna-atita. You have gone beyond the three modes of nature. Three modes of nature will continue to sustain your physical, mental personality as long as your karma allows you to be existing. But your deeper core, your deeper understanding and awareness is in tune with God. Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. So that movement, because urdhvam gachanti, you are going up and up and up. But after sattvapatti, there is ascending steps that occur in a spontaneous way. You automatically intensify your effort to go higher and higher, sahaj, in a spontaneous way. And what is the fifth step? Asam Sakti. Become completely detached. The world goes on. Your own personality goes on experiencing karmic results. Prarabdha karma continues. Anicca, parecha, swecha. Some things happen according to your will. Some things happen because people want you to do it. And some things happen because of God's will. Hurricanes, earthquakes, wars, and all those things. And sages go through all these stages. But their life becomes exemplary and a source of inspiration for others. Raj, now let me first conclude on this. After Asam Sakti comes a profounder level matching up with deep sleep, Padartha Bhavana. And then the last stage is called Turiya. It transcends any comparison with waking, dream, and deep sleep. It is indescribable. And that's the highest state of Triguna-atita. All the gunas are completely beyond your sight. Nanyam gunebhya kartaram tada drashtanupashyati gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. When the seer does not see any agent other than the gunas, modes of nature, and knows what is beyond the gunas, he attains my transcendental being. When a yogi views himself as the witness of the operation of the three gunas, in other words, sattva develops and you see how things are looking so wonderful, inspirational, and you are detached. You are learning lesson how sattva has promoted such wonderful peace. So let me intensify sattva more and more. So you are observing, as it were, witness to your own sattva working within you. Similarly, you are witness to your rajas, witness to your tamas, tamasic deeds, and you see how tamas brings such pain and misery. A little tamas, and you are suffering from evil consequences for a long time. Therefore, a lesson learned. Do not allow that type of error to occur. So even from tamasic deeds, you are learning lessons, not to go back. Also you are learning lesson how to transmute tamas into rajas and rajas into sattva. These are all operation of energy, Shakti. So when a seer does not see any agent other than the gunas, guna guneshu bhartanta, another place Gita has stated that the three modes of nature, they interact among the effects of the gunas, interact with the product of the gunas. Everything in your personality is backed up by gunas. Gunas have created your body, your mind, your intellect. So, gunas are acting among the gunas, and that's what the whole world process is. And you are the self, witnessing soul. The sun is watching over. Reflections continue to work with all physical substances, water especially. The sun goes on operating as countless reflected suns in so many circumstances. So all the experiences of the reflected sun are product of modes of nature. When the seer does not see any agent other than the gunas, when you have reached that state of seeing in your personalities gunas operating among the gunas, and you are just untouched, you know that you are always beyond the gunas, then he attains my transcendental being. Attains transcendental being becomes a revelation. You don't gain anything. You regain your spiritual nature, a revelation of the spiritual nature. And that revelation of spiritual nature is what Krishna says, my transcendental being. In brief, you realize aham brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Twentieth verse. Gunanetana titya trinde hi de samudbhavan Janma mrityu jarab dukkha dukkhai vimukto mritamashnute. The individual soul, having transcended the three gunas, which give rise to the body, becomes free from birth, death, old age, and all the miseries of life, and attains immortality. That's what all philosophical schools deal with. Four noble truths. The first noble truth, there is misery in the world. And what is misery? Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. You are born, that's a lot of misery in it. Death, coming into the world is a miserable process. Exiting from the body is another shocking process. And then you're changing body, so many modifications taking place. And then you come to old age and ultimately depart. All that is misery. You must learn, gain the understanding. This is dukkha. Dukkha hetu, there is a cause for your pain. And that the cause ultimately traced to ignorance. And there is a method of removing the cause. That's the practice of yoga, integral yoga. And finally, there is kaivalya, absolute liberation. So pain, cause of pain, the method to remove the cause, and the end of pain. So that's the only goal you have to attain. There is nothing to regain from this world. To maintain your sadhana, regain your essential nature. And with this, I will conclude for today. Om Ram 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 Ram. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Prayer for shower of grace for all of you, especially on this Father's Day. Pitridevo Bhava. Let your mind turn to understanding that God has sustained you, helped you, nourished you, guided you in the form of your father. Don't forget your mother. If you please your mother, your father will be very pleased. And Father of all fathers, realize, is a Deva, God. All fathers are Devas, divine self. Through the instrumentality of your parents has given your embodiment. So, remember, Father of fathers, the Supreme Father, Parameshwar, Parampita. So on this Father's Day, turn your mind to Parampita, the Supreme Father. And that will bring tremendous gratification to your parents. Om त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्।
And well blessed by our Guru Father, we conclude for tonight.
Om Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you, Swamiji. Happy Father's Day.